I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Dak going to start out going to the air.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
He's on his way. CeeDee Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
78 yards.
And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. Our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
On second down, here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, it's Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Herbert.
39-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The guy's man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 32 that time.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Down to the 22-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Prescott.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
21.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Hey, Ram. Baylor Tiger. Baylor, ready.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Flush to his right. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Again, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. It's caught on the right side, Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And Prescott, his third interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cowboys 21.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First down, Chargers.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
Herbert now. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, he's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple.
47.
On play action, Prescott.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And some room to work. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
21.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Escaping the pressure right.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Flushed out right. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. Oh, it's caught. Touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now up to 14.
42. Cowboys 28.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Prescott.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Baylor Tigers. 59, 59. Go forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Crowd right. Let's go.
Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go, 46.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.